Good morning, everybody. It's nice to see everybody bright and early at 8:30 in the morning. My name is Shenna Howell. I am a real estate and wine professional. I am with Mount Hood Realty, and today Rod has allowed me to hijack his social media platform, and I get the opportunity to be able to switch and flip and interview him today for everybody. This just gives you the opportunity to find out a little bit more information about him and Mount Hood Realty, and of course, Karen, his wife.
Of course.
Of course.
I love it. Thank you for the opportunity, Shenna. This is awesome.
Thank you. So Rod and Karen are husband and wife, and they are the owners of here at Mount Hood Realty. We are in Troutdale, Oregon. We are literally located one block off the main drag there on Dora Street. Ever have any questions about real estate, please stop by and see us. But
thank you.
when I do my interviews for local businesses, we always share a glass of wine. It is Valentine's Day. It is 8:30 in the morning. So their bottle of wine for later. They didn't want to try and do breakfast for champions. However, I opened my bottle of Heist here.
Oh, you have one too. Same flavor. It is awesome. We tried this about a week and a half ago, and it was wonderful. So we thought we'd try it again later today.
Yeah, so, amazing.
Pause 1 second. Okay, I had to take a drink. Okay, so Heist is the wine that Rod and Karen are going to be sharing later, and that's what I've just cracked open now. This is a 2020 Cab Sauv from Paso Robles, California. This is in Traveling Vineyards premium line. It is $27.99. It is 14.4% alcohol. It's going to be amazing to share today for Valentine's Day. And with Traveling Vineyard, we do in-home wine tastings, and they're always free and complimentary. So it is a try before you buy opportunity. You bring the friends, I bring the wine. Okay, are we ready to get started?
Yeah, let's get started, Shenna.
Hey, so Rod, since I hijacked your platform today, we're going to start with you. Why did you get into real estate?
Well, Shenna, thank you so much, by the way, for doing this with us. It is so awesome. And I've got to throw it out real quick to Shenna that she is so on fire to work with. Nobody has more ideas than Shenna. Love it, Shenna. So why did I get involved in real estate is simple. I was 18 years old, and I told my parents, I want to buy a house. They said, you can't buy a house. Well, by 19 years old, I found someone that would give me a private contract right here in Southeast Portland, and for $27,500, I bought a house. The house is still standing, by the way, right here in Southeast Portland, and I fell in love with real estate from that day forward, and real estate has always treated me well. Now, Karen, she's had her own process with real estate, but also a positive one.
Well, yeah, I kind of took a little different journey, which is probably a little more typical for people. And that is, I waited until I was almost 30 years old before I purchased my first home. And since then, there have been several other properties that I have purchased and done different things with. At this point right now, we have several properties, and the whole reason I got into real estate is I decided it was kind of fun. It was interesting to do. It is fun. I like to look at builders as they were doing new construction and whatnot, and see how the development of the projects were going and whatnot, and just the whole idea of building wealth through real estate was a fascination for me, and it was I took it as an opportunity to build a future for my family by purchasing properties, holding them, fixing them, and in some cases getting rid of them when the right time came. And so now we do own several properties and a real estate business, which we really enjoy.
And we've owned the real estate business since early 2014, but it talked about it before then because we had been property owners before then, of course. Since 19 years old for me, off and on, including developing raw land and all kinds of things. So why did the question of why, it's such a great one. Why did I get involved in real estate is because of my deep love and honor of real estate itself. It is the ultimate tangible asset, and it really has never done me wrong. It's been this wonderful asset that lays out there. And now, being an attorney, a real estate attorney, and a certified instructor in real estate, I just have a ball with it. And of course, having Shenna on the team, Shenna, again, you are just the greatest to work with. And Wayne is a perfect pairing when it comes to real estate, open houses, gifting. It's just fun out there.
Thank you. Okay, well, I think you just answered this question about how long Mount Hood Realty has been serving the community. You said 2014, is that correct?
That's right, 2014.
Yeah, we opened our office in 2014, but we were both brokers before that. For me, I had been a broker for, like 15 years prior to that. And Rod has been a real estate attorney prior to that time. And we just decided that we wanted an office that had our own flavor to it, that encouraged teamwork, camaraderie, instead of as much competition, and one in which we could build relationships with our clients. So we put in our office in 2014, been active in the Troutdale community ever since. We also have an office in Camas, Washington, so that we can work both sides of the river.
But I'll tell you what sealed the deal, and we're just having a conversation here. I don't think we've ever told anybody the story. What ultimately sealed the deal for us having an office is we were out running around we had looked at lots of buildings, and we seen this little place in Troutdale. And of course, we were both licensed at the time, and we let ourselves into the building, and we looked around. It was empty. In fact, it was not only empty, the roof was falling in. It had lots of problems. It was a train wreck of a building at the time. But we fell in love with the Troutdale community and the little building sitting there overlooking the park. And I don't have the eyesight to do it, but if you have the eyesight, you can see the state of Washington from our building. And we thought, this is it. This is going to be our central location. And I don't think we've ever shared the story with people, us falling in love with it. And we kept going back and back, and we finally purchased the building.
So the roof wasn't falling in.
It was leaking, like I said.
It wasn't in good condition.
Yeah.
But within that first year, it took quite a while to get our sign. I mean, we were in business before anybody knew we were in business, because our monument sign took a long time to get through the permitting process. But during that first year, Rod was talking about being able to see the state of Washington from our office. And I really did a lot of things from the front room of our office, because it has a large window in it. And there was a rainbow that spanned across. It looked like it was going from Troutdale all the way over into the Camas, Washougal area of Washington. And I do have a picture of it. I really need to find it.
Yeah, we need to find it.
Because it was so awesome. I was like, look at that. It's a sign.
It's a sign, yeah. It was like the rainbow
that kind of
was connected everything together.
Yeah.
I love it. What is Mount Hood Realty's motto and why? Karen, you need to answer this question.
My goodness. Well, exactly. I mean, I am responsible for the motto, and it is making dreams come true, one home at a time. And that really originated from Disney, because I really am a big Disney fan. And one of the things that I wanted to kind of make a connection to was my love for Disney and all the fun and whatnot related to them, and the joy that I get with doing real estate and helping people actually make their own dreams come true with especially the first purchase of their home. So it's making dreams come true, one home at a time. And yeah, that could be a series of homes if that works out for you. But even one home is the beginning of a future for almost everyone.
So, of course, I told Karen, we have to put together a business plan. And we decided to, because we've been working for other agencies and brokerages. So we put together our own business plan. I said, well, we got to come up with a motto. And she shared this motto with me, and I'll tell you, I instantly fell in love with it. I mean, it was like the one thing that gelled everything together in the business plan was the motto, making dreams come true one home at a time. It really spoke to my heart of what I believe in real estate for people. I want people to be involved in real estate personally as a career and as a home owner. There can be nothing better than being involved in real estate, owning your own home. There is a pride factor that comes along with it that is just amazing.
Yes, and I have to definitely say with that, having the right agent represent you and helping you make your dream come true makes all the difference in the world.
It does. Absolutely.
And on that note, I just want to bring up, I know Rod has been just kind of pouring all over Shenna and whatnot. Shenna is a great broker. She is a person that you can absolutely count on to listen to your needs and find the home that best matches your needs, desires, and financials. So when she is able to pull all these things together, she has a lot of experience. She knows where to look. She turns over those stones, looks in communities in areas that maybe don't even have homes listed for sale, and tries to find that special home for you.
Well,
you should call her.
Shenna has refreshed my faith in agents because honestly, Shenna, you have that never say no, never die attitude. It's always, well, let's just get going again. We didn't get that offer. We're looking at another house tonight.
That's right. You just got to keep moving forward.
It's the same thing Karen and I have done, but finding, symbiotic souls in this is just marvelous. I love it.
Yeah, it's just it's competition out there. It's crazy. So you can't, if you get discouraged, your client's going to get discouraged, and you just can't do that. You just got to keep pushing forward. Eventually, you're going to get that home that's meant for you. Okay, next question. What types of services does Mount Hood Realty provide?
Well, I'll jump in first. Well, there's a lot on the plate here. So we do residential, commercial, and rentals, just categorically. But the services we provide are really that service of individuality. And that is where we get to know people with relationship. And I love that about the boutique services that we have as a real estate. Being able to be a boutique organization, a boutique shop, is what I always love about shopping around at the little businesses in Portland or the East. Wherever you go, you shop around those little places, the boutique places that have the individual services and individual items that are unique. That is what best describes us. While we do the residential on the buying and the selling, and the commercial on the buying and the selling, and also the rentals. Beyond that, we are a boutique organization that we get involved with your family. And it's so cool because we will go and have dinner with someone that we sold a house to years ago because we remained friends. We just remained involved with them.
So what were you also going to talk about the fact that we do land, manufactured homes?
I left that for you. I decided to leave something on the table for you.
We are a full service office. I'm surprised Rod didn't include all this stuff. But we do just raw land. We do commercial properties, also some commercial leasing and some property management. But mostly we find homes for individuals looking for family homes. That of course is the primary focus, but there are other services as well that are included.
Investment homes.
And as a full service brokerage, we also include things like we have recommendations for a variety of types of lenders. Depending on what your needs may be, we can give you a list of them, or maybe a few specific ones that might be able to address your needs. Say if you need a VA loan, or if you need new construction type loans and so forth. We also have relationships with local title companies that we can recommend that can either provide remote services or services that are nearby where our client is going to be located. So, for example, sometimes a seller isn't in this state. They may have a property here, but they have already moved out of the state, and what they need is some sort of a remote notary. They need arrangements made for services within the state that they're living or country that they're living in. And so we do have those type of resources, and we try to give them a wraparound services, especially for those that aren't here, that may need repairs done, they may need inspections done, and they are not available to look for these services themselves. Mm-hmm. So we like to pride ourselves in being a full meal deal for our clients.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
It's fun being involved.
So you kind of answered this question. What all areas does Mount Hood Realty serve?
Mm-hmm. You gonna do that?
Oh, go ahead and take it.
Are you gonna do the full thing?
I could.
Oh, I thought you were gonna give it to me. All right. Well, basically, and Rod will clarify in just a bit.
Oh, of course.
We cover much of the Portland metro area, which also includes the Vancouver metro area for us, because we live right on the river. Our office is on both of our offices are on just opposite sides of the river. We can almost throw a stone if we could throw far enough, or if we could fly. Our two offices are straight across the river from each other. And so we provide services basically in those areas. But if you expand that to even within a half an hour, 45 minutes from where our office is, that also includes places like Mount Hood Government Camp. It can include Hillsboro, Forest Grove, more of an extended area.
Even Bend.
And yeah, we have done sales. Oftentimes, once we develop a relationship with a client, we are more likely to go out further for this individual, depending on what their needs are, whether we make a referral for another agent or if we actually drive out to these other areas so that we can meet their needs. But we have agents within our office that do specialize in some of these other areas. We have agents that specialize in farm properties. We have agents that specialize in the coast, commercial properties. So it does kind of expand the area that we are both familiar with in location and in knowledge base. So that's one of the things that's really important when you're choosing a broker, is that your broker is familiar with the type of property that you're looking for. So for example, if somebody is interested in a horse property, it's much better to have an agent that's familiar with walking land, knows about surveys, knows a little bit about livestock, rather than having somebody that specializes in condos, which we also have. We have agents that do a great job on condos. They're familiar with, the HOAs and the CC&R requirements and so forth. So, we specialize in quite a few areas. Did I miss anything?
Well, not much, but we have traveled all over the place. Like Karen said, once we get a client, we are likely, because they have that relationship. And as a boutique office, you do develop really deep relationships with people. So we went down to Eugene. We went to Medford with people. We had a client that wanted us to sell his mother's home over in Klamath Falls. And that's still in the works. It still might happen. And Klamath Falls, by the way, from us is a long way away. I mean, that's 5-6 hours away. But since we have the relationship and we're doing other things for them, we are likely to maintain the relationship and continue and just make a trip out of it, because we also enjoy traveling our environment. And one of the things about real estate is you do get to travel around. You do get to love the areas. So yeah, we travel all over the place.
So one of the things that kind of segue between what areas do we cover and our next thing that we're going to talk about, and that is what makes us different than other offices, is that we also belong to 3 different RMLSs. And a lot of people don't even realize that there's more than one multiple listing service, but actually there are pockets. So, for example, if you wanted a place just outside of Vancouver, Washington, that is not covered by our local multiple listing service. It's covered by a separate listing service. So we belong to the Northwest MLS, which is most of the state of Washington. Our MLS, which is called the Regional Multiple Listing Service, which is the Vancouver, Portland metro area, which also includes Eugene.
And much of the I-5 corridor.
We also belong to the Willamette Valley Multiple Listing Service, which then covers the Willamette corridor, which covers part of Salem, the areas in between Salem and Eugene, plus some of the coast, so that we can actually list your home in an appropriate multiple listing service so local brokers can find it, and so that we can also find homes in those multiple listing areas, even if that's not where you currently live, that we actually have access to those. So that's one of the things that makes us a little different and gives us more of a full service deal for our clients. But, what else makes us different?
Well, I was going to say, see, Shenna, once you get us talking about this, it can just go on and on and on and on. We love the boutique style of real estate because it brings on the relationship. And that's why we get to travel around and we're a member of different MLSs, because the boutique style relates to the relationship that you're going to have. So our core area, Portland Metro. Other areas, Washington and Oregon, it's up for grabs based upon the relationship. And we've certainly been in Seattle plenty of time.
Yes, I can definitely say with being a member of the Willamette Valley, done lots of work there. But the great thing is when you're with multiple listing services and they're kind of on the border, you can put them in both so that they get the opportunity to be listed in both.
Right.
So I think this concludes our day.
Oh, isn't it fun? And it's Valentine's Day to boot.
It's Valentine's Day. Well, happy Valentine's Day to both of you. I wish
you. And we are so excited about it. And this Valentine's Day is a special day for many, many families. But I'll tell you, one thing that Rod and I have done is we have shown multiple homes on Valentine's Day throughout the years. It is inevitable. People want to see things in the morning, and we've had families drive up to the Portland metro area so that they could see homes and whatnot, and then do an evening soiree with each other, to watch theater and whatnot. And then we've had families do it the other way, where they're like, oh, we thought we'd leave you alone in the morning, but we had an afternoon in which we wanted to see a couple homes. So it's been quite an interesting holiday. It's had its ups and downs as far as showings and whatnot, but we don't want to forget that Shenna has invited us to this interview, and we certainly appreciate it. But Shenna is with Traveling Vineyards, and I have a ticker on the bottom of the page showing that this is her website. Please use her. It's a great thought to use for parties, for open houses, showings, but even for private events. This is wonderful. Maybe even for, some sort of a shower or whatnot. Give her a call, see what she can do. She has wines for gifts so that you can give to your friends and family. Think of her before the next Valentine's Day.
And super knowledgeable. I learned so much when we had the event about the pairing process.
So here we go. Shenna Howell. I've got her spread all over the screen, and here we go. She'll be embarrassed. There she is.
Thank you.
Please give her a call. Use her services. She's a great realtor, and we love having her on our team. Thank you very much, Shenna.
Thanks, Shenna.
Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Best day. Bye.